Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be completely alone, yet surrounded by voices? Emma Carson asked herself this question every night. For the past 3 years, the city of London had been her home, but she had never felt truly at home anywhere. The rainy nights mirrored the silence inside her apartment, the dim glow of streetlights casting shadows she barely recognized. She worked as a late-night radio host, a voice for the lonely souls who called in. Yet ironically, despite helping countless listeners, she felt the hollow echo of her own isolation. One particular Thursday night, a call came through unlike any other. The caller was a girl, faint and trembling, her voice carrying an urgency that made Emma sit upright. "Hello, is anyone there?" the girl whispered. Emma leaned closer to the microphone, sensing the weight behind the words. "I'm here," she replied softly. "You can tell me anything." There was silence, then a single phrase. "I'm scared, and I can't find my way." Emma's heart clenched. Something in that voice stirred memories she had tried to bury. Memories of hope lost, promises forgotten. "Don't worry," she said gently. "We'll find a way. You're not alone anymore." The line went quiet again, but Emma could sense a presence lingering in the studio. For hours, she replayed the conversation in her mind. Something about that call didn't feel ordinary. It felt like the beginning of something bigger, something that would change everything she thought she knew about herself. As midnight approached, the rain intensified. Tapping a steady rhythm against the window, Emma reached for her notebook, jotting down notes for tomorrow's show, but her eyes kept drifting to the old, dusty cassette recorder on the shelf, a relic from her early days in radio. Suddenly, the recorder clicked on by itself. A distorted, whispering voice emerged. "Emma, you must listen. The truth is waiting." She froze, unsure if it was a trick of her mind or something more. The voice was faint, almost drowned by the rain. Yet it was unmistakably calling her. Her pulse quickened. Somewhere deep inside, a flicker of curiosity, of hope, ignited. Emma realized that tonight, she wasn't just hosting a show. She was stepping into a mystery that would challenge everything she thought she knew about loneliness, about fear, and about the hidden light that waits even in the darkest corners. She pressed the record button, her hands trembling slightly, and whispered into the microphone, "Tonight, we'll uncover the voice of hope." Outside, London slept under a blanket of rain, unaware that a quiet storm of secrets and revelations was about to unfold inside a small apartment on the edge of the city. The next morning, Emma woke with a lingering unease. The storm outside had subsided, leaving streets glistening with puddles that reflected the pale morning sun. But inside her apartment, a heaviness remained, as if the previous night had shifted something unseen. She turned on her laptop to check the voicemail the mysterious caller had left. There it was, a distorted, almost inaudible recording, with whispers hidden beneath static. "Find me, before it's too late." Emma shivered. She didn't know why, but she felt a strange sense of responsibility. This girl, or whatever presence had called, was in danger, and somehow Emma had been chosen to help. The day passed slowly. Emma went through her routine mechanically, coffee, emails, prepping scripts. But her mind kept wandering back to the voice, the urgent plea, and the strange activation of the old recorder. By evening, she decided she could no longer ignore it. She grabbed an umbrella and left her apartment, letting the wet streets guide her thoughts. Her destination? Anywhere. Yet nowhere specific, a subconscious pull toward something she couldn't name. Hours later, she found herself in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of London. Streets narrow and lined with brick buildings, their windows dark. Emma stopped near a small abandoned park. Something about this place felt eerily familiar. She pulled out the recorder, pressed play, and listened once more. The whispers grew louder. Under the oak, the key. Her heart raced. An oak tree stood at the center of the park, gnarled and ancient. Emma approached, every instinct telling her to turn back, yet she couldn't. Beneath the roots, partially hidden by fallen leaves, she discovered a small metal box. Hands trembling, she opened it. Inside, she found a folded note and an old photograph of a girl, perhaps 12 or 13, smiling yet with eyes full of fear. The note read, "Emma, you are the only one who can end this." Trust the silence. Trust the light. A chill ran down her spine. How could this girl know her name? Emaa looked around, but the park was empty. The city seemed to hold its breath, waiting for her next move. Hours passed as she pieced together the fragments of this puzzle. The photograph, the whispers, the recorder, the cryptic note. It all pointed to something hidden beneath the surface of her ordinary life. Something that demanded courage, insight, and faith in the unseen. Night fell again. Emaa returned home, clutching the photograph and the note. She set the recorder on the desk, replaying the message once more. Her reflection in the dark window looked back at her, eyes wide, aware that the days ahead would test her in ways she never imagined. And then, just before she drifted into a restless sleep, a soft whisper filled the room. Emaa, the light is within you. Do not fear what you cannot see. For the first time in years, Emaa felt a spark of hope. Alone, yes, but never truly alone. Somewhere in the shadows of the city, in the silent corners of her heart, a story was unfolding, one that would change everything, and perhaps save a life. I was completely alone, and fear whispered in every shadow around me. Yet I felt a spark of courage deep inside, a fire I refused to let die. Every step I took was a battle against my doubts. But I kept moving, holding on to hope like a lifeline. If I could survive this, if I could rise despite the darkness, then so can you. Never let fear overpower your heart. Let your determination and bravery guide you through the storms of life.